Okay, I'm back. So, what I want to talk about is depression. Um, Basically, for me personally, as you know, my experience of depression, it started all back in like 2023. The purpose of this video is just to like share my experience, um, and how it's going, and then also like to spread awareness about it and how it can affect people. For my experience, it started in 2023, and I guess the reason why it started was because of like the people I surrounded myself with. Also like home life and everything like that. Um, but also like relationships and everything. Like my relationship, love life, let's say, was with this girl. Let's call her A. A was like, she was at the start. She was really nice. I liked her and all, but um, it turned out to be a very toxic relationship. And during that time, I really, really liked helping out people, mentally and physically, but also mainly like be there for them and like support them in everything they do and just like talk to them when they were at their lowest. Um, but I kind of lost that skill due to her, her possessiveness and like her toxicity. Like, I think for me personally, I give what I get. Meaning, like, if you're toxic towards me, I'm gonna be toxic back. You know what I mean? But that's never really my intention. Like, my intention in relationships is just to like keep them happy and like show them what I can give and hopefully get what I give back. You know what I mean? But I think that really really caused my depression, and really showed it because it was really stressful, um, and like it honestly wasn't my best. It really wasn't, and like I struggled a lot because of her possessiveness and like always thinking like I need to make her happy. I need to tell her what I'm doing. Like what she wanted me to do was just to tell her everything what was going on, who I was talking to, who not to talk to. Like she was really controlling and everything. And I really didn't like that. Um but I was kind of blinded and I didn't really see that she was the problem. And I really don't like putting people down. It's just that I think in this situation, her bringing out my depression really caused a lot of the emotional pain of it and everything. And ever since after I went abroad in Thailand, like that's when I started this YouTube channel was in Thailand, and we broke up and everything, and then I got a new girlfriend, but we 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 we, we broke up, because of long distance and everything. Um, but I've come to realize that it's almost every night. The other night, well, a couple weeks ago, I what I like to do to clear my mind off of everything is to like go on a bike ride at night specifically because I like to like people they write in their notes about what they're thinking, um and like how they feel and everything, but for me personally I can't, you know what I mean? Like I feel like if I did that, which I have tried, I think that like when I did that it was over 10 pages long, in the notes app. So I kind of just like to record what my thoughts are, like what I'm thinking and everything. And in that night, I kind of just realized that I was like really depressed still. Like I'm still depressed as fuck. But I don't know, I kind of hide it. You know what I mean? Like I'm a happy go lucky kid. I love to spend time with people and everything, but every night I still become depressed and lonely. And like, I think I overcome it by just forgetting about it. Um, but also, like, when stuff goes on in my life, it could either be an effect to it, or it could, be something good. You know what I mean? Like, recently, um, I moved. As you could tell, it's a whole different environment now. But I moved, and it's just been, a big hassle because of the amount of emotional stuff that's been going on. Um, and like, yeah, I love moving. I love traveling. It's like my dream to travel when I'm older. You know what I mean? Like, that's basically all I want to do. Like, that's what my heart desires. But I know that like, it always comes with a cost. You know what I mean? And I think that for me, that cost was not relearning, but like just learning more about myself, and the depression part of it. Like, where I am, I love it. You know what I mean? But um, I've just become more like, I realized more on how I've been, like, and what I've done to overcome depression. And like, it's a big thing for me, because um I don't like being depressed. I don't like to show it. I don't like to even bring it up. Like, when people, I love talking to people about their depression, their stuff. I don't really like to be self-centered, which I kind of realize that I am, but I just want to, like, help people in what I'm struggling with, you know what I mean? And I think that really brought out the therapist part of me, because back then, before I got into that relationship that I first brought up at the start of the video, um like, it's just like, I think before that I was really good at talking to people and like helping them through what they were dealing with, because I understood a lot of it, because that's when I started getting into depression. And I think that the depression part was because of my past being, a big thing, big part of my life, because I didn't necessarily have a childhood. I think my childhood like, backstory on me is that I was adopted at the age of 9, and I didn't really know anything till then, because I was, mentally abused and everything, by those people. But I don't like to blame them, because like, everyone's different. You know what I mean? Literally everyone's different, and I think that everyone has a reason for what they do. So I don't like to blame them for that, and I know it was a big part of my life, because I didn't learn anything during those 9 years of my life. And after that, first it was mental abuse, but then it was physical. And I still love my mom a lot. You know what I mean? Like, she's my day one. But I was there with her when she got with a guy, and that guy was physically abusive. But like, enough about all that, right? I think that my depression really started because of all that, because I didn't know how to properly cope with it. And I kind of just sat there in my room thinking at night about it, and realized that what had happened wasn't a small thing, and it was a huge thing. And I think that what I did to cope with it was talking to people about their stuff, their problems, you know what I mean? And I think that really helped me, because it allowed me to gain a bigger perspective on what it's like in different people's lives. And like, I think it taught me a lot on how to deal with stuff. But I think that it really was shown during that relationship with A. And now, once I've moved, like, I haven't really had those depressive episodes. Like, I mean, here and there, but like, not every day, you know what I mean? But the last time was before I moved, and I went on a bike ride, and I just recorded about how I felt. And like, you know what I mean? I kind of just realized that it hasn't gone away. It's stayed, but like not so much. You know what I mean? It kind of just comes in the form of loneliness at night. Which that's another thing I'll get to in another video, of course. I gotta delete some videos because I only got 14 minutes on this one. But no, I just want you guys to know, like, you know, like, depression's a big thing. It can affect a lot of people's lives. It can really, really, like, I know it's October now. I know that, you know, Mental Health Month has already passed, and yeah, I just really hope that you guys are okay. And I hope that, you know, you guys have someone to talk to and everything. Me personally, like, I don't really have anyone to talk to. Like, I know I do, but like, I don't like to go off about my problems because I feel like it's kind of like a burden on their part, because I understand that everyone has their own problems, and I don't really want to bring my stuff into their life and have them have to worry about me. Like, I'm okay with me worrying about people, but I'm not okay with them worrying about me, because I feel as if, you know, my state of mind isn't that important. And like, you know, I think that coming from a depressed person, it's like, I don't know, I just feel like I can't get help. And I know that there's help everywhere I go, but it's just like, it's really hard to ask for help when you know you have help, but you don't like to be that person who is just annoying. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I am annoying. I think I'm okay, but like, you know, I think that if I have problems, I don't think I should really talk to people about it, because I understand that they have their own things, and like, you know what I mean? And I think that, I don't know. I just want you guys to be okay, and I know it's like easier said than done, but I really hope you guys go out to that one person that you find most comfort with, and you're able to let out what you feel and everything like that, and you're not ashamed of what you say. And I know that it's hard to ask for help, but promise me, like, if you ask for help, it could really, really help you. You know what I mean? And I'm not experienced in that, because like, I don't think that I need help, but I know I need help. And like, I just don't want to be that type of person to be like, you know, not bragging, but like just going off about like, oh, this happened, that happened, I feel this way, you know, and I feel like this should happen. But I think that, you know, I think you guys should try, you know what I mean? And I know that there may not be depressed people, you know, of my subscribers, but if this gets out to YouTube, like, you know, I just want you guys to know, like, I'm 17 years old. I'm dealing with so much shit, and I'm really getting through it. Like, I've had those moments where I, you know, but I didn't, because I think that what kept me going was, how would my mom react? You know what I mean? How would my best friend react? How would life be without me? Like, I think that the main thing was my mom. I think she's helped me throughout so much, even though we're both dealing with our own stuff. And I think that, you know, I don't know. You know, I love everyone, truly. You know, I can never hate on anyone. But I just want you guys to know that you guys can get help. I'm gonna go delete a lot of stuff because I don't have much time on here. But yeah, just, you know, I think that if you guys ever think about it, if you know what I mean, like, just talk to someone, you know what I mean? Don't feel like you're an annoyance, you know? But anyways, love y'all. You know, I hope you guys have a nice day or night, and I'll see you in the next one, I guess. Peace.